we tested him and he's not related to you, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. I kid you not, he said that. I already took my cognitive skill test, so I know I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't hallucinating or anything like that. Like, I was checked in. Hi, welcome to my channel, Asitgets. My name is Asriel, and before I hop right into it, I'm going to say that not every healthcare worker is in on it. Not only that, there are still good people working within healthcare. I myself have studied and worked within the healthcare field for over 5 years. Therefore, I can tell you from the inside looking out that there are still good nurses and good doctors and good healthcare workers. However, I want to talk about the bigger picture. And before I get deep into it, I'm going to quickly just mention their symbol. If you look at it, you can tell what they're into. Now, if you ask me if the healthcare is in on gang stalking, then yes, of course. Your medical records can cause you to become a target individual. Now, before I hop into it, when it comes to gang stalking, you'll have the people that believe that gang stalking is spiritual warfare. And then you have the people that believe that gang stalking is just wicked people who are using technology in order to target individuals. If you ask me, I believe both are true. I believe gang stalking definitely has its roots in spiritual warfare. And like I said earlier, your medical records can cause you to become a target individual. Like, for an example, my medical records state that I am schizoaffective bipolar type. It's also documented that I tell them that I hear and see spirits. These are not just hallucinations. And because of that, that can bring attention upon myself. However, I've been targeted since the day I was born. Sometimes the location of your birth, the numbers, that can play a big part in you becoming a target individual. But I'm gonna stay on the topic of the hospital and try not to go into too many circles. Now, I want to talk about my experiences within the hospital. I'm lucky enough to be able to see how the hospital runs from the inside. As a worker, I used to be a phlebotomist, and not only that, as the patient, I wasn't planning on ending up in the psych ward, but you know, that's just what happened. And with that, I remember my first time going to a psych ward, which was against my will, and one of the healthcare workers, she decided to yell out one of my family members' names. And with that, they were taunting me, telling me they want my legs. And I don't know what it is, but every time I go to the psych ward, there's always at least one patient that some way, somehow knows exactly what I'm going through and has some sort of information or message for me to pass along. Even the co-workers would talk to me while I'm inpatient and say certain things that just kind of connect to my life outside of the psych ward. And it's like, okay, either you're in on it or a spirit is within you and using you as a puppet in order to communicate with me. I had one petty ass spirit try to tell me that one of my exes was related to me some way, somehow. And at first I was like, no way, that makes no sense. There is no way. We don't have any family members that are related down the line. However, as time progressed, they just kept trying to get me to believe that. And then they were like, well, think about it. Forensic sciences use dental records in order to identify bodies. And you know, you and your ex, y'all had the same teeth. Remember that? And people used to make fun of you guys. Therefore, someone had to be related to you down the line. You guys have the same teeth. And once they came up with that point, I was like, what? But I left it alone. In some way, somehow in the near like future, after getting that point across, I ended up in the psych ward. One of the caseworkers pulled me into the office and they were asking me a bunch of questions. I could tell they were trying to see like where my cognitive skills were, because they were just asking random questions like, what fruit is red, a banana, orange, or a strawberry? You know, like random things like that. And of course, I'm answering them correctly. And then once I finished that, the dude told me, he's like, you know, that one guy you thought you were related to, well, we tested him and he's not related to you, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. I kid you not, he said that. I already took my cognitive skill test, so I know I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't hallucinating or anything like that. Like, I was checked in, cognitively there. And he literally, right after that test, told me that he tested my ex, and now they confirmed that that's not my cousin. And I was like, he was like, all right, thank you. You can leave now. That's just one of the things that happened at the psych ward. I remember also another caseworker. She was asking me questions over the phone, and she told me that she wanted to see me face to face. So she went down to my room, and she opened the door, and she greeted herself and whatnot. And then, like, right when she went to leave and close the door, she like closed the door until it was like this big, and like her eye was right in the door. And while I'm looking, I noticed her eye just like got bigger. And then I heard her with my mind's eye say that we'll always be watching you. So yeah, that happened. Like I said earlier, one nurse was saying my family member's name, just trying to taunt me and, you know, get me to believe like, hey, we have this information on you and whatnot. Therefore, yeah, just by going back on my memory and thinking upon what the caseworkers and nurses, not the patients, I'm talking about the healthcare workers, what they've said to me. It's like, yeah, they're in on this gang stalking pretty tough. I'm trying to think of some more memories I can think of with these healthcare workers. As far as, you know, it's like, okay, you guys are gang stalking me. You guys are in on this. I'm pretty sure once I cut off the camera, all my memories are gonna start flooding in. I should have wrote it down. But yeah, that is what I can remember for now. If I have any more memories come up and it's enough to make another video, I'll definitely make another video on these experiences. Comment down below if you had your own peculiar experiences with the healthcare facility. I would love to know. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tie this video up. It was nice talking to you. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.